W7 Live, welcome to West Bend for tonight's North Shore Conference matchup between the Slinger Lady Owls and the West Bend West Spartans. Gary Wipperman back to full strength, I guess whatever that means. Joining me, my very special guest, my good buddy, Katelyn Matenaer. Katelyn, thanks for coming out tonight.
Glad to be here.
Katelyn, of course, a 2020 graduate of West Bend East. We won't hold that against her. Now a sophomore, is that right?
Yes.
At Marion, and playing softball at Marion, correct?
Yes, still are.
Are you ready for softball season to get started?
I am ready for softball to get started. I'm so excited.
Are you guys doing winter workouts now?
Yes, we are. I get up at 5 a.m. for those.
Of course you do. Not a bit surprised. Well, turning our attention to basketball, we've got a North Shore matchup tonight between these two. I'm going to bring up the North Shore standings for you all. And by the way, we are not going to be able to give you as good a game as you got earlier with Notre Dame and Hortonville. If you missed it, you shouldn't have missed it. Notre Dame with the upset 67-64. Hortonville gets their first loss of the year. In this one, North Shore Slinger at 4-1. It's kind of an odd situation, Katelyn, with the standings this year because Cedarburg and Homestead are at the top, which I don't know that I've ever seen that in the 5 years I've been doing this. But they're both 5-0, undefeated in the conference. Grafton right there at 4-1 and Slinger at 4-1. Then it drops down. West Bend West off to a 1-4 start in the conference and 1-6 overall. So definitely struggling. It's a game tonight of teams kind of going in different directions. What do you expect to see tonight out of this one?
I expect Slinger to play very fast, and West will definitely have to keep up, and especially they need to box out tonight. They unfortunately do not have their best rebounder out there, so someone needs to step up, and they got to get the rebounds tonight.
Well, and to compound matters, West this year, if you look at their stats for the year, really struggling shooting 32.3% from the field and 20% from three. So it's tough to win games with that kind of shooting output.
Yeah, it really is.
And meanwhile, Slinger coming in 4-1 in the conference, 7-1 overall. And Lady Owls' only loss was to Homestead, but they lost by 20 points to Homestead. I'll tell you what, Homestead has a couple of freshmen that are really kind of setting the world on fire here to start the year, Katelyn. Madison Fitzgibbons, she put in 38 points the other night for Homestead. So good Homestead team, and we should have a fun race on the North Shore this year.
Homestead's a very young team, but yes, they have really brought me by surprise, that's for sure. That freshman is something else.
We are going to take a break and come back at our camera set and ready to go. We're 2 minutes and 28 seconds away from National Anthem starting lineups. All those things you've come to know and love from your friends at W7. Katelyn Matenaer in the house. We'll be right back. You're watching W7 Live.
think I might be able to reach higher now.
I really, you guys, West Bend West had 2 balls stuck in the net, and the girls were looking up and trying to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, I could just jump up and knock them loose. I could not reach the bottom of the net when I jumped. What in the world is going on here? National Anthem starting lineups. Here we go. You're watching W7 Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to West Bend West High School for tonight's basketball game between the Slinger.
Do me a favor.
And your West Bend West.
When I get up to where the kids are, when the camera's right in front of them, just hit the live button.
Okay.
Refrain from any negative comments, gestures, or cheers that reflect poorly on themselves or their school. Please exhibit a positive and supportive attitude and show respect for the coaches, players, officials, and fans at all times. The spectator is not abiding by common sportsmanship rules and we ask the league. West Bend Schools have been declared a drug-free zone. Use of any tobacco products and or the consumption of alcohol is strictly prohibited anywhere on school property. Providing tonight's athletic training coverage is Kyle Builders of Aurora Sports Health and Rehab and Performance Programs. Athlete, choose Aurora Sports Health to get better.
Just in time basketball on W7. We are just underway. Mallory Hoytink on the first shot for the Owls. Put back up in and good. Casey Ott on the basket for Slinger. Now, Katelyn's got the job of keeping score tonight. It's kind of like a bingo blotter pad. I mean, you got to, highlight the right colors and everything else. I don't know how to do it, so I put Katelyn in charge of it.
I was trying to get my arm around the court for a second there.
Banking hours in West Bend. Kiraguzzi for three. We'll get the scoreboard up for y'all here in a second. And the clock and all that fun stuff. Never fear. Baseline drive, up off the glass, too easy. Can't give her that. Ava Feilbach makes it 4-3 Slinger. Katelyn, that's too easy. I mean, you can't just let her run up like that and just lay it off the glass.
No, someone's got to be there and help defense.
Baseline spin, loses it, turnover. Here come the Owls in transition. This is what they love to do. Hoytink, skip to Zabel. Top of the key, Feilbach. Feilbach motioning Zabel to come through. Back over Mallory Hoytink. Now leading scorer on this Slinger team, averaging 17 points per game. Nice pass to Greshel from Zabel. Gwen Greshel makes it 6-3 Lady Owls. Katelyn, you probably remember this. I mean, they're fast, on offense. I mean, they like to run. They like to move the ball and get up and down the floor. Slinger does.
They love to run, and they run their offense at a very good pace that can easily tire out the defense.
Absolutely. 6-3, three-point shot.
Big shot.
That's two.
No, her sister got the other one.
That was Paige for three that time. You got to call those. You're going to bank them like that? You better call them. 6-6. You know what, though? It still counts for 3 points.
Absolutely.
So does that. Mallory Hoytink for three. Boy, quick start, 9-6 in favor of Slinger. W7 Live presented by our friends at Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin, Jolly Good Soda. Katelyn was with W7 back before we had any sponsors. We'd have no sponsors back when Katelyn was in high school. Way
You're
back
making me
in
feel old
2020, a long time ago. We didn't even know what COVID was when you were in high school, Katelyn. I guess it hit the end of your senior year, didn't it? Katelyn's like, I don't need this kind of abuse. I could stay home and get that.
It's not fun getting COVID. I did get it this year, actually.
Yep, me too. It was pretty brutal. 9-6 Lady Owls. Hoytink for two.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Certainly a leading candidate for Player of the Year on the North Shore. Madison Fitzgibbons at Homestead will be another one. I'll tell you what, we did Grafton Laconia on Saturday. Grafton made 15 threes.
Wow.
A lot of teams don't make that in like half a season. 15 threes in one game. 13 in the first half. Shot no good. Rebound Hoytink. On the other W7 network tonight, Germantown and Tosa East. Ooh, Mal.
They caught a break right there, though.
Ed Rowie and I believe Ron Gavinsky or Sarah Nazef on the call live from Germantown. Germantown, Wauwatosa East on W7. Slinger in black and West Bend West in white. Parents' night here tonight at West. They honored the West parents prior to the game. All right, I've just about got a score ready for y'all. Meanwhile, it keeps changing. 13-6 Slinger. There you go. So they never give you guys anything. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. 13:39 to go first half, 13-6. I owe you a clock cam that's coming up. You guys know the drill, one miracle at a time, right? Drive, kick, over her head. That was too tall.
That was a dangerous spot to go
Natalie
on the
Block.
floor, though.
That was Salonen on the pass. Yeah, that's a tough pass.
In that situation, you just got to knock it off somebody's leg. Hope,
Yeah.
hope it's not yours.
That's right. 13-6 Lady Owls. Katelyn Matenaer with us, West Bend East graduate, 2020. Now Marion University sophomore. Softball player. Did you play 3 sports in school or just 2?
I played 3 sports in high school.
Would you play volleyball?
Yes,
So
volleyball,
basketball, and softball. 3-point shot, no good. Weak side rebound, no good. Rebound Greschel now to Callie Zabel.
Numbers game. Oh.
Good defense by Salonen. West Bend West coming in tonight, 1 win and 6 losses. Their win was over Nicolay, 64-54. Losses to Oostburg, Howards Grove, Grafton, Cedarburg, Whitefish Bay, and West Bend East. East getting the dub, Katelyn, 48-45 last Friday. Did you get notified about the win? I mean, that's
I was
big
there.
news.
I
you
saw
were
it.
there. You saw it in person.
I saw it in person.
Katelyn's been helping coaching the West Bend East kids, which is just fantastic. 3-point shot from the corner is good. That's Paige Goosey for 3. She's got a nice shot. So who's the head coach now at East? I know it's not. I can't remember her name.
John Heidberg.
Okay. And that's what makes it tough, is constant turnover at coaches. It's hard to get into a rhythm and get a program together when you're switching every couple of years.
Yeah, it's been an unfortunate amount of switch for East. I mean, in my high school career, I had 3 coaches. But from what I've heard from him, he's got a daughter who's only in 4th grade, so
Fantastic. He'll be here a while.
He's not leaving until she leaves.
That's good. That's good. 13-9, 12:08 to go first half. I am moments away from delivering a clock to you guys. I'm almost there. It's taunting me right now. Here we go. Ta-da. 11:50 to go. 13-9. Oh, maybe in a travel, but didn't call it. Shot no good. Gets road rebound. Back up and went everywhere but down.
Those are the points you need when you're playing a team like Slinger.
Yeah, you can't miss on opportunities here. Ott on the step-through drive off the glass for 2. Casey Ott. 15-9. How's the highlighter working out for you over there? Looks pretty good.
Just making sure I don't get any on my fingers.
That's part of the fun. 11:16 to go. Entry pass on the block. Swatted by Hoytink. Mallory, middle of the floor. Back to Mal. Drive. Kick, Casey Ott. Beg your pardon, that's Ellie Zagel. Ellie Zagel on the shot, no good, gets road rebound, and the foul. Zagel for 2. You know how I remember how to pronounce her last name? It rhymes with bagel. Ellie Zagel. Do you know what Ellie's really, really good at?
What?
Snowmobiling. With snowmobiles all over the countryside. Those things terrify me.
That is one thing I still have not tried. I haven't tried a lot of things that you can do in the winter.
That's what basketball's for. That's what indoor sports are for.
Yeah.
17-9, 10:50 to go first half.
No weather delay for basketball.
Well, unless you're like an Auburn Larson, you just moved down to Alabama and it's 78 degrees all the time in the winter. Shot and travel.
Yeah.
I talk to Auburn every once in a while down there at Auburn. You guys played together all 4 years, didn't you? Or is she a year ahead of you?
She was a year ahead of me,
Okay.
so the 3 years.
Yeah, that's right. The 3 years then. 17-9 Slinger with 10:33 to go. Ball loose, still loose. Picked up Lady Owls. Casey Ott on the drive. And we're going to have a double dribble call. That's a weird call. All right. I don't know about that, Katelyn. That looks kind of sus to me.
Might have been one of those like little taps that you accidentally put your hand on the ball just for the split second.
3-point shot off the back iron, out of bounds. West ball, I believe that should be Slinger's ball, but what do I know?
I could not tell who actually touched it last. They both touched on that rebound.
That's why they get the big bucks. Yeah, big bucks, right? Slinger coming in tonight, 7-1. Only loss was to Homestead, 75-55. Wins over Oostburg, Watertown, McWanago, Nicolay, West Bend East, Port, Washington, and Hartford. The Battle of the Birds last week, Slinger got that one 76-63. I heard Kate Hosking and Ramsey McGrew were back for that game. I didn't know that. I would have figured out a way to get there. A couple Slinger favorites now moved on, class of 21. You guys all growing up on me, Katelyn, I tell you. When I hear the freshmen of the class of 25, I mean, that's crazy. Class of 25, are you kidding me? Quick break, 17-9 Slinger. You're watching W7 Live, presented by the one, the only Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
$17-9 Slinger with 9:47 to go. That was Slinger softball from 2019. They're waiting on Danny Biedenbender to get a photo. Danny was predisposed. First free throw for Ava Fahrenholz, and good. Second one, no good. 18-9. Slinger doubled up on West Bend West. Ooh, thought about the three. Connor Du Bois checking in. Looking and sounding good, he says. That's just because you're here, Katelyn. 18-11. Katelyn dresses up the broadcast, you guys, I'm telling you. Three-point shot is good. Who was that?
That was Ava again.
Ava. $21-11. West Bend West with the ball, trailing by 10 with 8:50 remaining first half. Cruising along in this first half. Nice pass, backdoor, no good. Rebound, Paige Schmallenberg. Now Callie Zabel. Here come the Owls. Back to Schmallenberg. I'd find Ava again. I'd find Fahrenholz again. Nope, turnover. And here come the Spartans. Three-point shot, got it. Timeout, Slinger. We'll take it with them. You're watching W7 Live. All right, here we go. W7 Live reminder, the Watertown Holiday Shootout is coming back to W7 after a year absence last year. We will be live from Watertown next week. 13 games in 3 days, every one of them on W7, every one of them live. The Watertown Holiday Shootout on W7. It's really good games, Katelyn, this year in that tournament. Really good games. Germantown playing Aquinas and Reedsburg. Those will be 2 fun games.
Wow.
Bonduel playing Waupun. I'll tell you what, Waupun is the real deal, man. I've seen 3 of their games. They're a Division III team. I think they could play with just about anybody. They are really good. 21-14. We got to hand it to West Bend West here in this first half, Katelyn. I mean, they're hanging with Slinger. I mean, Slinger's not jumping out and running away from them.
They are sticking with Slinger right now.
3-point shot, rims out. Connor, boy, you had an instant classic tonight at Notre Dame. Notre Dame knocks off Hortonville 67-64. Shot is good. Gwen Greschel. Connor, tell David Meyer whatever he did to get us a game like that, he better come back and do some more. 23-14, 9-point lead for the Owls. 7:21 remaining first half. Drive shot, no good at a travel. Slinger ball. What do you think of Slinger's unis, Katelyn?
The uniforms?
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think they had them last year too. I think they got them last year. They don't wear them all the time. It's kind of like, once in a while they do. It's kind of like when the Brewers wear like a different alternate uniform or something. It's kind of like that. I like them.
Yeah, I like those. I've always wanted East to get black jerseys.
Yeah, oh yeah, East should have black jerseys. I agree.
I love black jerseys.
Yeah. Nice turnaround by Casey Ott, 25-14. Slinger 4 quick points to go up 11. Leading scorer so far, Mallory Hoytink, 7 points for Slinger. And Paige Guzzi with 6 points for West Bend West. We'll have a full point breakdown at the half. We'll call it Katelyn at the half. Didn't know what you were signing up for, did you, Katelyn?
I did not, apparently.
Thought this was going to be a cake job. Drive, shot, basket, nice pass by Zabel, and Casey Ott finishes at 27-14. Now's where West has got to be careful because this is where it can really get away from you fast.
One Slinger gets one run. That's when they take the big gap in the game.
It's a 13-point lead with 6:09 to go. Shot no good. Rebound. Putback is no good by Kira Guzzi, and rebound Owls. Nice pass from Ott to Zabel. Callie can't finish it. Rebound Spartans. That was a great pass by Casey Ott. Casey, one of the seniors on this team, crazy to believe. I remember covering her games when she was a freshman. 3-point shot, got it!
That one was from deep.
That was from Jackson, I think. 27-17. That was Paige Guzzi again for 3. That give her, what, 9?
Yes.
3 threes for Guzzi. I know, by the way, she's a freshman. I don't see any students here. I mean, shouldn't they be chanting like she's a freshman and all that stuff? I mean, where are the students at?
Honestly, probably in the other gym for the East Boys game.
Oh, is that
right
the
now.
boys game? Oh.
Yeah.
There's a boys game tonight?
It's very weird here since with 4 teams in one high school.
Yeah.
There's 2 home games.
Oh, I suppose there would be. Yeah, that's right.
So
the
I think
East boys are here tonight.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's where a lot of students are.
Hoytink, the turnover. They are misguided. There
was a big turnout though for the East-West game. You would have been surprised.
That's always a good matchup. There's a lot of interest, obviously, in the community. I mean, when people delay labor and births to make sure that their kids go to one school or the other, I mean, Hoytink for 3. You laugh. Somebody literally told me that. A youth football crazy coach dad told me that he wanted his wife to be born on an odd day, or the son to be born on an odd day, so he could go to West or East, whatever. I don't know, whatever that rule is. If the sun comes up at the 3rd star of Jupiter, you go to West, and if if you're in the wrong biosphere, you go to East. I don't know, whatever it is. 30-17, 4:25 remaining first half. If West could get to the break down, even 10 points or ideally single digits. I mean, that's a huge win for them in this first half.
Absolutely.
Just got to be careful here and be patient and get a good look. Isabel extending all the way out.
Trying to
Block.
put pressure
Yeah.
on some of these inexperienced ones.
Yeah. Block is a junior, Natalie Block. 5 foot. That's rough. .359 remaining first half, 30-17 in favor of the visitors, the Slinger Owls. Trying to move to 5-1 in the North Shore tonight. Shot no good, rebound Ellie Zagel. And now Kelly Isabel. If you're Slinger, do you name your offense Slinger? Would you name it something else? In like Wisconsin or, you know. Because if I'm playing for Slinger and I'm on the floor and he yells Slinger, I'm going to look back and I'm like, what? But they probably know what they're doing. By the way, this is Tony Dobson's last year as head coach of Slinger. He announced that. This will be resigning effective end of the season. I've known Coach Dobson a number of years. None better and no greater person that I know of than that dude. I mean, he is just a really, really good man. And he's done some great things at Slinger, and I think he wants to spend more time with his boys. They're kind of getting in that, you know, youth, middle school age where I think he wants to coach and, you know, obviously be around them as they begin their athletic careers. So wish him the best. We'll miss him, though. 3-point shot, Kelly Zabel. And if you're West, that is exactly what you don't need. Now it's a 16-point deficit with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And this is where Slinger smells blood in the water. You know that term, blood in the water?
I do not know that term.
Okay, so it's like a shark. If a shark knows there's blood in the water, it'll come and attack. See, you don't learn this stuff at Marion.
No.
You're getting education from the School of Hard Knocks right here. 33-17. Katelyn, I'll tell you what, Katelyn has been one of our biggest supporters on W7 since we started this whole crazy venture years and years ago. She contacted me by social media when you were like sophomore, I think, maybe a junior, saying, hey, you got to come out and do some games.
Sophomore in high school, probably.
Yeah. We got to do 2 or 3 East games last year, a couple volleyball games too. Corner shot, no good. Rebound, Zagel. Ripped away, out of bounds. It'll be Slinger ball. Tell you what, Ellie Zagel is a beast on the board. She is really solid on the rebounds. We did a game where they played McGuanago, and she was a difference maker on rebounding for Slinger. Averages 4.4 boards per game. 2:34 to go first half. 33-17, Lady Owls.
This is a tall lineup Slinger's got in there right now.
Yes, you're right.
I mean, Casey I was bringing the ball up right there.
3, Ava Fahrenholz. See if you recognize number 10 for Slinger. Does she look familiar at all to you? Shot no good.
I mean, I did just look at the name, but she does look a lot. She does look a lot like them.
She does.
She does.
That is Sarah Rothenhofer. That's Little Ro, as I call her, Maddie's younger sister. Now, you know Maddie. If you know Maddie, Maddie was always all smiling all the time. Sarah's a little bit different personality. Maddie's very outgoing, gregarious. Sarah a little more reserved, a little more, you know, introverted than Maddie. 38-17, drive shot, no good.
The quiet ones are the ones that will get you on the floor, though.
That is true. That is you, Katelyn. You're a quiet one. 1:17 to go. 3-point shot. Schmallenberg. That's way short. 21-point lead for Slinger, biggest of the night. For the Lady Owls, Casey Ott will get a break. Only 3 team fouls on West and 6 on Slinger. As we roll down to 1 minute to go in the first half. Ball loose. Zagel chasing it. She's just hard-nosed. Rothenhofer intercepted.
Was a good look, just a little late.
Now, that shot is no good. Your sister's a golfer, isn't she? Is your
She
sister
is a golfer.
Yeah, I met her last year out at during the North Shore meet. Because I saw Matenaer, I'm like, wait a minute. And then I saw your dad. So is that her main sport, golf?
Yes, that is her main and lone sport. She became the golfer and I became the softball player. Tried to do both at the same time, was not a good idea.
Did you play golf?
I played golf for a few years when I was growing up, but I had to stop. I stopped at like age 12 because that's when softball was starting to get serious.
Ellie Zagel on the basket, 40-17 with 20 seconds remaining first half. What's your sister's first name?
Haley.
Haley, that's right. Haley's a good golfer.
She is a good golfer.
Dribble drive, shot, and foul. That is 21. Kiragusi. See, I can't remember some things. If it's girls' sports, I can remember it. If it's where my keys are, no idea. First free throw is no good.
I almost forgot my keys on the way here.
See, I do that stuff all the time.
I actually forgot my keys in my dorm room once. I had to wake up my roommates.
Oh, I bet they loved that. 40-18. 5 seconds. Rothenhofer, Schmallenberg. Kick out. 3. Got it! Jamie Rhodes. All roads lead to 3. Oh, they're going to call it a 2. That looked like a 3 to me.
You called it 2?
Yeah, so it's a 2. 42-18 is your halftime score. Slinger up by 24. We will step aside and come back, give you first half numbers, get you ready for the second half. You're watching W7 Live, presented by
This house will be on stage.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Katelyn Matenaer, number 4. So Katelyn is one of our biggest all-time social media followers and supporters.
If you don't know W7, then you don't know West Bend East Girls Athletics. Rise up, sons.
Oh, these over here.
To put it on the disco right now, yeah.
All right.
42-18, your halftime score. We're about 3 minutes away from start of the second half. And here is the Matenaer report by Katelyn Matenaer, scoring for the first half. Katelyn, what do you got?
For Slinger, Mallory Hointig is leading the team with 10 points. So then we got Casey Ott with 8. Ava Fahrenholtz with 7. Callie Zabel with 3. And Jamie Rhodes and Ava Feilbach both have 2. And then for West Bend West, Paige Guzzi is leading the team with 9 points. Kira Guzzi and Mia Salonen both have 3. And then Evelina Wolf has 2.
How about that? That's your halftime numbers. We are going to step aside, give you a little music, and come back and get the second half started. You're watching W7 Live.
Bells will be ringing the sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone. I have no friends to wish me greetings once again. To be with the one you love.
42-18, your halftime score. You know, Katelyn, I think one of the things, if you're West Bend West here, I mean, you got to just kind of forget the scoreboard at this point and really try to start focusing on how can I win, you know, little victories within the game, right? How can I win the next couple of minutes or win this possession? Which, I mean, that's tough as an athlete to do because you're wired to be a competitor, but at the same time, you can't let that score just overwhelm you and take you away from what you're trying to do.
No, you absolutely can't. Unfortunately, they went on a cold streak at the end of the half there. They were with Slinger for a while, but I think they started, unfortunately, forcing some shots. So they just got to work through their offense and trust the shots that they are taking and not force anything.
Well, let's see here. West Bend West has not yet returned from the locker room. That's not a good sign.
Still got another half to play.
Maybe they're not coming back. They did give Rhodes 3 on that last basket, so they changed that. Now it's back to 43-18. So you got to add a point back on for Jamie Rhodes, also known as Taylor Rhodes' little sister. Well, let's inbound it. Let's get going.
Might have gotten carried away in the locker room.
Coach Thompson gave me the thumbs up. Well, what do you want to talk about, Katelyn? Well, we're waiting for West Bend West to return from the locker room.
This is a first that I've ever seen.
Well, let's see what we got here. Well, let's hear from the W7 Pep Band. What do you say? There they come. What do you think of the band, Katelyn?
I think it reminds me a lot of high school. That's what I think.
What do you think of their uniforms? I mean, you know, look at their instruments all polished up and coming out here to play tonight. That's pretty cool that they came out tonight. W7 Pep Band in the house. Katelyn's looking around for her. 43-18.
It's a really good pep band if you can't even see them.
Turnover. Odd and one.
She's got to keep her ground for another split second there.
Katelyn, there's been talk about, and I don't know what your thoughts are. I'm in favor of this. The half circle under the basket for the kind of no contact zone. What do you think about that?
For high school,
Yeah.
I think it would actually be a great idea because there are plenty of times where the girl is like standing almost right under the basket and they still are calling a charge.
Yep, I agree.
Hence, I think I've been on the receiving end of when I probably could have was in the circle and it would not have been called in college, but it definitely, I think, is needed for high school.
I think so, too. Casey Ott finishes the three-point play. It's 46-18. We'll see if that extended locker room visit helps out the Spartans in the second half. First shot off the mark. Rebound. Owls. Ava Feilbach with the rebound. Ahead to Mallory Hoytink. Hoytink all the way through. Too easy. Mal for two. And I don't want to take away from Mallory Hoytink because, I mean, she's an incredible athlete. And, you know, by the way, I have not mentioned this in any broadcast before, believe it or not, but we talk a lot about Mallory's two brothers, Ben and Charlie. Ben playing Division I football at Penn. Charlie just got an offer from Penn as well. But who we haven't talked about is Maddie Hoytink. Maddie Hoytink was a Division I soccer player at Cornell University, which is, of course, an Ivy League school. and just finished her career at Cornell. And if I called Katelyn beast mode because she's into such, she's so, beefed up from weightlifting. Maddie was the original. Maddie got them all started on lifting. So Maddie Hoytink, you're the original beast mode, kiddo. Great job on a great career at Cornell. I hope you're doing well, and hope you enjoyed watching Little Sis play tonight. 48-18 with 16:38 to go second half. And Katelyn, you know me well enough. We've been around. We've known each other long enough that I really enjoy seeing the siblings, come up, and the younger sisters come up, and just just seeing the whole families, progress. It's a really neat thing to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
1 for 2 from the line, 48-19. Gwen Greschel on the hoop. And Slinger makes it 50-19. Reminder, tomorrow night, just one game tomorrow night. I know, crazy, right? I'll be in Burlington for Kenosha St. Joe and Catholic Central. That is a 7 o'clock tip live tomorrow night, only game. And then Thursday, we close out our pre-holiday schedule with 2 games. I'll be at Waupun for Sussex, Hamilton, and Waupun on Thursday. And Connor will be somewhere. He told me, Connor's in Ashwaubenon, West De Pere, Ashwaubenon, live from Ashwaubenon. So those are your Thursday games. Then we go to the break. Timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Reminder, following tonight's broadcast, we will have the Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game. I put it on Katelyn to figure out who that's going to be tonight. Katelyn's not going to come back and do any more games with me. I got a feeling after this. Giving her all kinds of work.
It's just too much thinking. I'm supposed to be on break, not doing more
that's
thinking.
Right. I know. I mean, you got spreadsheets in front of you here, highlighters,
There's
markers.
too many numbers in front of me right now.
What are you majoring in?
I am majoring in exercise and sports science. I've only had to take 1 math class.
I thought you were going to say accounting. Kira Gucci on the shot, on basket, 50-21. Under 16 minutes to go. That shot way off the mark. Rebound. Mia Salonen. Behind the back dribble. Gucci alone, no good. Rebound.
There just seems to be an ongoing lid on that hoop for West.
Yeah. Taylor Longden on the rebound. Zabel open 3. No. Hoytink chasing it down.
Almost ran her into her teammate on chasing
Almost
that ball
ran
down.
into the table. She almost ran into us. I don't know. I think I'd lose that battle with Mallory. 14:46 to go, 50-21 Slinger. It is like pitch quiet in here. It's like a library or something. Longden on the steal. And nice block, but blocks it right to Ott, and she can't get it to drop on the bunny. Casey again, baseline, no good. Rebound, West. That went right into her hands. I think Casey was surprised for her to be there. Basket for Goosey is good, and we got a stoppage here. Okay, that's Callie Zabel. So
a little slow to get up.
You may not know this, Katelyn, but Callie last year, in the middle of the season, tore her ACL, and kid worked her tail off to get back, and took about 8 to 9 months, and she's back this season, and better than ever. I think she looks good, looks confident, which is you're going to sports medicine. You know this. I mean,
Yeah.
a big part of it's the mental piece of it.
Mentally.
Trusting your knee again.
That's what I'm going to be dealing with. Hopefully, is my end goal. Physical therapy.
You'll be great. Hoytink,
In
ribs
and
out.
Sometimes when you go through an injury like that, you honestly come back stronger than you were
Yeah,
before.
yeah, and I think that's been the case with Callie. Now, also, again, you may not know this as well, Sam Geller not playing tonight. Sam also tore her ACL this summer in AAU, and she's a senior this year, so she's going to miss her entire senior year. But Sam and Sam's family are not the sit around and say woe is me. Sam is actually coaching at the in the Slinger youth program. She's helping out with the players here, so she's very, very active and very involved in Slinger basketball.
That is really
to the
great
surprise
for her.
of no one. 50-24.
Oh, absolutely not. You always find a way to help your program out, whether it's in high school or in the youth programs. You don't ever want to sit around when you're someone like her.
No, and you know this. I mean, when you get those precious years to play, and also, I mean, you're a role model for these younger kids. I mean, you're a rock star to these kids. They all want to be you. 50-24, 13 and a half to go.
There were quite a few ACL injuries throughout the conference, too.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing.
And I'm pretty sure all of them were seniors. It was so hard to hear.
Schmallenberg to Ott. Nice pass by Page, and Casey Ott lays it off softly off the glass. 52-24. Salonen on the basket, 52-26. Slinger, I expect, will be in no hurry here. Ava Farrenholz. Maybe looking at our player of the game tonight, Katelyn. Ava having a good game tonight, 54-26. What grade is she in? She's not a senior. I think she's a junior.
Sophomore? It
Sophomore
says
even.
2024.
Just a baby. Casey Ott will come out. And back in is number 11, Jamie Rhodes. So all of the starters except, well, actually all the starters now out except for, nope, they're all out because the ball's out also. Yeah, so chance for the second team to work on their game here. This is their time to earn their minutes. I mean, this is,
Absolutely.
you don't just sit there and not play. I mean, you play hard because this is your chance. Rhodes has it taken away. Goosey kick out. Jonathan Sippes will be back with me Thursday for Sussex Hamilton Waupun. 7 o'clock start from Waupun. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, Farrenholz. Ava into the lane, runner, got it!
Good.
56-26, it's a 30-point lead. And this is tough. Katelyn, you can talk about this. You've been on this side of it. I mean, it's hard, when you consistently lose games by these large margins. How do you stay positive? I mean, it's tough to do that.
It really is a mental game when you're playing in a game like this. Honestly, you just gotta stay true to the players that you are, and this is the time where you get to work on some things that you never would have thought that you get to work on during games.
A lot of times the temptation is to point out other players what they're not doing right or what they should be doing more of. And really, if you think about it, it should be the exact opposite. It really should help bring you closer together to your teammates because at the end of this, I mean, that's really all you got is your team, right? I mean, whether the fans are going to come and go, but at the end of the day, it's your teammates that matter.
Absolutely. Your team is the program, and you guys define who you are as a team.
And it's one of those things where, I mean, you'll never look back and say, gee, I remember when we beat, Nicolay 61-53, but you'll remember the bus ride with your teammates. You remember going to Subway or whatever it is, with your teammates. But at the same time, it's tough. I mean, it's tough to continually lose games like this. And West Bend West has been really good over the last few years, and so it's a transition time for them right now. No Baker on the floor this year.
Nope.
Maddie and what's the younger one?
Bella.
Bella.
She was one of the athletes that suffered an ACL injury
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year.
Bella is senior this year. That's a big hit for them not having her on the floor.
It really is.
Emily Cleary in now for Slinger, number 5. So for Slinger right now, it's Cleary, Rothenhofer, Fahrenholz, Rhodes.
Got it.
And basket, guess who? Ava Fahrenholz again. What's it give for Katelyn? Is she double digits now? Gotta be.
She's got 13 right now.
13 for Ava. Is she the leading scorer for Slinger? I'm asking Katelyn all these questions. She's going back to her calculator. Free throw in and good. (59-26).
She is actually in the tied with leading scorer Casey Ott as well.
I don't know how much more we'll see of Casey Ott tonight. Ooh, got away with the travel there. 59-26. Jumper, no good. Cleary, and then now Rothenhofer comes away with it. I almost said Maddie. Sarah Rothenhofer. Sarah between the circles. Now Paige Smallenberg. Paige thought about the 3. Instead, drives to the rim, and no good. Out of bounds. Same team. Slinger ball. Fahrenholz will inbound it. And take the shot. Ava for 3.
You got a leading scorer now.
16 points for Ava Fahrenholz, career high. By the way, she averages 2 points a game. Timeout, West Bend West. Fahrenholz with a hot hand. You're watching W7 Live.
Jingle bell rock, jingle bell swing, and jingle bell ring. Snowing and blowing, bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing, Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away.
62-26 with 9:22 to go. Slinger led by Ava Fahrenholz with 16 points and Casey Ott with 13, pacing the Owls tonight. Spin move. Shot is no good.